Hi prep children. All right, we are going to read this story called Grannies Don't Fart because our sound of the week this week is g-j. So I want you to listen really carefully for any words that you hear with the g-j sound in it. All right, let's go. Grannies don't fart. Fizz and all his friends, wizard friends, are playing his new game. Since they prove their mums do fart, life has been quite tame. Fizz is moaning to his mum, Gran's party will be boring. Full of all her ancient friends, all tedious and snoring. Mum slams shut her magic book. She splutters with frustration. It's Mabel's 100th birthday. It's a cause for celebration. She rises up and waves her wand. Take these invitations. Deliver them to Granny's friends and all of our relations. Fizz calls the crew for backup. He can't do this on his own. The old farts need their letters, so they set off with a groan. Then something yucky dawns on Sam. The blood drains from his face. To Granny's guff, I think we have our next detective case. They hurry off to find Sam's nan, the first name on the list. She's in the pool for aquafit. The boys just can't resist. Let's watch a while for research. We won't cause any trouble. Bloop. Sam groans out loud as Nanny Joan lets rip a mighty bubble. The gang decide to find out more to seek illumination. They call on Ethan's grandma in her shared accommodation. Their noses curl as they approach. Blimey, what's that stink? A whiff of cabbage in the air, enough to make them blink. Grandma Ivy claps her hands. A party, how delightful. I'd love to come. Will there be cake? The food in here is frightful. The farting question must be asked. They gently quiz her first. Oh, better out than in, my boy. If you don't pup, you'll burst. Marty's shocked. He finds his gran and wakes her from her snooze. Can you help me with this crossword? Listen to these clues. 7 down begins with T. A card that helps you win. She makes a sudden bottom noise. Trump, shouts Ethan with a grin. Harriet laughs and gives a wink. You should hear mighty Mabel. Her pups are quite the loudest here. The tea flies off the table. The oldies all join in the fun. The fart talk makes them titter. We've formed a gang called #Guffs. We're trending on Twitter. In the past, says Granny Rose, it just wasn't allowed for ladies to pass wind at all, though men did loud and proud. So now we have decided that enough must be enough. We're all past caring anyhow, so what if Granny's guff? The boys decide to get some air, so walk into the garden. Feeding strays is Mrs. Botts. Whoops, she begs her pardon. They laugh so much it makes things worse. She gives another wiggle. Life's too short to be uptight, she points out with a giggle. The boys head back to Fizz's mum to tell her what they've found. Really, boys, this is absurd. You must stop fooling round. You might find farting funny now, but once you're more mature, You'll see that toilet humour is just for kids, I'm sure. Fizz is flabbergasted while Ethan rolls his eyes. They think their prudish mothers might be in for a surprise. They've all pitched in to buy a gift, a brand new scooter broom. The guests arrive, the party starts, and laughter fills the room. They've all pitched in to buy a gift, a brand new scooter broom. Outside there's a tournament they never thought they'd see. It's Mabel versus Ivy in the Pensioner Grand Prix. And then it's time for birthday cake. Now on the count of 3, they all blow hard. Oops! What a stench! Mabel smiles with glee. Fizz's mum is outraged. Oh, mother, how uncouth! I expect your generation to be a model for our youth. Who cares? It's just a fart. There's no need to get mad. At a century old, I've changed my mind about what is good and bad. I appreciate the trouble and the effort that you've gone to, but frankly, it's my party and I'll be farty if I want to. Okay, prep children, I hope you heard lots of j sounding words in that story. I would love to hear what you heard. All right, bye.